About getting on today. YouTube was giving me trouble about my orientation, so I have to do this orientation. Looks like I got some blur in this. I better get that figured out because I try to film Sasquatch sometimes with this camera. So my name is Todd Standing. Thank you very much for tuning into my live show. I missed last week and got some announcements, especially for those of you who are coming out next week. Those three of you. So that's going to be Logan, Lewis, and Billy. Next week's going to be a really big expedition. It's the one I've been busting my hump for, and it's the one I have an announcement to make today. But let's let people tune in today. Kind of a really crappy day in the media. Hello, just a dude who's goofy and cringe on vids. Charlie Kirk was assassinated today, which is absolutely awful. That they're killing political activists that are just out there trying to talk to people. So I think that was pretty awful. Yeah, it really sucks. Todd, you're a legend, bro. Keep up the great work. You're appreciable. Thank you, Cafe Snowflake. I'll look for some more questions pop in. Yeah, so I have an announcement about last week's expedition, and then yeah, just I feel a lot of pressure right now, to be honest. This is the biggest expedition I've ever done coming up because we're going backcountry. There's going to be two teams of expeditioners. James Penner, who will probably be on the show today, is going to have a team of a couple of people, and then I'm going to have my team. So James Penner's team is less athletically advanced, we'll say. So they're not going to be able to do hardcore hikes and stuff like that. So I've been trying to um, make it so anybody can come out, and that's what's happened now. So, oh, just have like, there we go, Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. Just Kathleen. So I guess I started the show a little late. Hopefully I don't miss out on too many people. I'm only going to do a 30-minute show today. So there we go. Hey, Todd and the Bigfoot family. There we go. Cafe Snowflake. Sad day. Yeah, Charlie was, well, yeah, he had a wife and kids. And I don't want to get political on this show at all. It's despicable when people are assassinating, someone gets assassinated just for, peacefully speaking their mind. Really, in my mindset, and I'll talk about this pertaining specifically to Sasquatch because Sasquatch are the freest beings I have ever seen. You understand that they're not domesticated. They're beholden to nobody. Um, they go where they want. They don't pay taxes. Obviously, they live and die like we do, but the amount of freedom that they uh, live within, do what they want, eat what they want, go where they want, live where they want, is absolutely nothing short of awesome. Completely undomesticated. When you have things, when you require shoes, when you require brushing your teeth because you eat so much sugar, um, you know, you are domesticated. And as we've seen with Jaws from deceased Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, their teeth are beautiful and amazing. At up until the age of, we've even seen 40-year-old teeth without a single cavity because they don't have crap diets like we have. So eating pure, incredibly biological, healthy, natural foods and living in absolute freedom. And that's I'm a powerful proponent of freedom, most assuredly, like top to bottom. Freedom, 100%. Freedom of press, freedom of speech, and that stuff really matters to me. And as a Canadian, that's being taken away from us, but that's a whole other subject. So, but it does pertain to Sasquatch. Jocelyn says, "Hello, Todd. These wildfires in Washington State near Mount Rainier are probably upsetting Bigfoot and clans. Just hoping for rain again." Well, and when I was so I've had two wildfires in the past 4 years, at least twice. One, two. In the past 4 years, I've been burned out by wildfires. When you know your ecology, it's not really a danger to you. Like for Sasquatch, it's even if they truly are wildfires, wildfires are a natural thing. If they're being set or if human beings are involved in it, that's not natural. But if you saw the ecology, like everything is designed to be burned, literally. Like there are uh, lodgepole pine nuts don't, to get them to crack open, you have to put them in a 300-degree oven. Heat cracks them open because they grow after forest fires. And then we see all the ecology, the plants, and the life that replaces after a wildfire. So they're really, truly part of nature. Uh, but and the Sasquatch will be able to deal with that quite easily. I guess what I was saying too is when I was being burned out, I was never in any danger. Um, you just watch the wind currents, and actually, what was a danger though that I really draw to a conclusion is the smoke. I had a night where the wildfires were burning off around us, and we woke up to some pretty bad smoke. I think that would be a major danger. So smoke can get pretty bad, and if you get stuck in the breeze of the fire, I mean, the fire be coming at you, you'd have to get the hell out of the way. But I found that the smoke was pretty scary when you go to sleep and wake up and you're, got smoke all around you. So I'll answer some questions now. Um, Femi says, "Hi, Rebecca. My sympathy for Charlie and family and friends." Yeah, yes, that sucks. That happened today. As I eat my caramel apple pie. Heesh, that's not good for you. So Alan says, "Hey Todd, whatever happened with the gondola incident? Nothing. I actually had a colleague of mine try to go in there and infiltrate them because that gondola video still that we have is a freaking video still. They have video of that Sasquatch moving, and they won't release that. Not in a million billion years. The gondola has not been damaged again, so I don't know what happened with that, but the footage is gone. That would be the greatest thermal video of all time of Sasquatch, and it would be proven very easily to be Sasquatch. This is where you have to take my word for it. All you have to do is show a human being walk past it, and then show that Sasquatch. If the human being, let's say someone comes along that's 5'11", 6 feet tall, if that Sasquatch is 3 feet taller, clearly naked, clearly, you know, if you look at a man, let's say he's 5'11" and he's 180 pounds, and that Sasquatch is 3 times as thick as him. Okay, there's no man who is walking naked, 9 feet tall, even if it's 8 feet tall, and then in excess of 700 pounds, not a man, can't be a man. So that's why that footage is going to be very well hidden, and it sucks. I would love to get a hold of it in the raw, and I did a lot of work to get that, but it's another, you know what it is? It's another freaking cover up. It's a total absolute cover up. That should have been international headlines. That should have been like end of story. Wow, they got thermal image of a Sasquatch, but they won't release it, and a thermal video. Can you imagine too? That Sasquatch walked right into that video and did a whole little. I can't even imagine how outstanding that video would be, and I don't know what to do, how to pursue it anymore. Just, it sucks. So if you have any knowledge of that video, send me an email and you'll get a free photograph, discoveringbigfoot@gmail.com. So we're 8 minutes in the show. Let's ask you more questions. It's nice to something about Sasquatch. I'm Ontario, always looking in the Algonquin, how I feel when you're in the presence of them. And there's very likely Sasquatch in that part of Ontario. Hope your exhibitions will be extraordinary. Well, that you have. Let's get some new evidence. I'm really, really want to get new evidence. When was the last time you saw Kubota? Somebody just asked me that yesterday. It was last year. Hey, there's my man Brian. Your dedication will pay off. I know it. Your contingence plays a big part of success. Yes. Oh, dedication. Yes. And pressure makes diamonds. And I like that's my one of my elders from Nia Bay, Brian, incredible, awesome mentor and friend of mine. Probably friend first. So guide, teacher, we teach each other. We have an incredible symbiotic relationship that is absolutely fantastic. He just texted me today because he felt concerned, and yeah, I've had a lot of pressure on me recently, and it's been a rough couple weeks, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. That's crazy. That footage was amazing. Yeah, if you're talking about the gondola footage, yeah. Do Bigfoots communicate? Oh, 100% through Mindspeak. They communicate with me through Mindspeak. That's their language, is Mindspeak. What is a Sasquatch favorite gift? Oh, I don't know. I just give them apples. They haven't really consistently taken anything, and believe me, people have left them wonderful, wonderful gifts of all kinds, but they've been consistently taking only apples from me. Oh, Julie, hello. Todd, would Sasquatch avoid forest fire? Oh, absolutely. Can't see them not avoiding a forest fire. I can't see them benefiting in any way from a forest fire. Yeah, it's just not good. It's all bad. And I don't, you know, pine beetles suck, forest fires suck. The forest goes through massive, massive changes and it sucks. So I'm never happy to see a forest get burned down. I'm never happy to see a pine beetle infestation come through. And pine beetles are part of the natural ecology and they're little sons of bitches. So, Todd, when this is from Scott, Todd, when you be releasing some new videos, I just got on if you already answered. Sorry, just in November. Actually, I was supposed to phone Warner Brothers today, and it's on my list, and I didn't do it. Just been getting so busy with so much stuff, guys. So for those of you who are trying to get a hold of me and contact me, I apologize. I've just got massive amounts of work to do this week. It's been a lot. So uh, Living Legendary says, I seen on YouTube that they found Sasquatch skeleton in California with foot attached to lower leg. I don't know anything about that. So I would hope it's real. Would be nice. I can't wait to watch Survivor Man's new documentary. I hope it gains. I hope he goes to he doesn't have. I'm not in it at all. He does not go to Radium Springs again. But I wish him success. So and once again, we'll say rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Sucks that happened. In honor of the late amazing John Bernanke, would you ever take the greatest risk to achieve the greatest reward? Huh. So this is Citizen Scientist. He always has good questions. In honor of the late amazing John Bitternagel, would you ever take the greatest risk to, to achieve the greatest reward? Yes. What's the risk? Sign me up. So so now here's the announcement. So this past week, so a few months ago, I went out with a filmmaker who was Apache, Lewis and Frank, who are both former military. Frank was a sniper. Lewis has just got tons of military experience. He's now an animal predatory expert. Incredible expedition to go over into Sasquatch backcountry, which we succeeded in getting a good distance, but we can't get into the backcountry where I filmed most of my videos because there's the mountain that was a dirt mountain has pretty much been washed out. The trail's so difficult that only the mountain goats are using it now. Even the bighorn sheep aren't using that trail, so I couldn't take expeditioners over it. So I was very disappointed. Last week, I did some recon with a few expeditioners. Keep their names anonymous, I guess. Just whoever went out with me last week, and we found a way up to Sasquatch Creek to get into that backcountry area that was easy. I couldn't even believe it. So I'm going to call this creek. We're gonna move up Sasquatch Creek. I'm going to tell you guys, it looks like Bluff Creek. It's Bluff Creek in Canada. Every freaking 100 yards where it turned and twisted, it just looked like Bluff Creek, Bluff Creek. I was just waiting for a Sasquatch to walk out. It was absolutely awesome. It is immensely isolated, extremely uninhabited by people. We're going way backcountry, killing it, kicking ass, going into the deepest, darkest depths of Sasquatch country. And we're doing that like overnight backcountry expedition as hard as I could do, pushing it into the deepest, darkest spots of Sasquatch habitat. Uh, Always in honor of John Bitternagel. Everything I do is in honor of John Bitternagel. I am a student of John Bitternagel's. He was a great father figure and mentor to me, and he'll always have an amazing, deep place in my heart. I'd like to think that I'm cut a lot from his cloth as best I could. He was a much gentler man than me, um, and they broke the mold when they made that incredible human being. So I aspire to his greatness on a regular basis, and so that's the hardest thing I could ever do is take these. So it's going to be Logan, Billy, and Lewis are going to go into the backcountry wilderness. And congratulations to you three gentlemen. We are going to kick some ass. We are going deeper. So I literally took a crew last week with only maybe 9 hours of hiking in total, in and out, closer than where I've ever taken any human being, including Survivor Man, including on the last backcountry expedition. We got closer to where I filmed Kubota, Jane, and Jake than I've ever taken anybody before, ever. And that was a pittance. What we're going to do on the next expedition is we're going to spend at least 2 full days. So instead of 9 hours of hiking, we'll do maybe 20 hours of hiking, so double the distance. And there's all sorts of obstacles. There's all sorts of backcountry. It's total. Will be half recon. So recon was done where I know I can get us really deep up the Sasquatch Creek, where I've had incredible, amazing success on so many levels. And so we're gonna go way further than I've ever taken anybody. These human beings will be the closest that I've ever taken anybody up until where I filmed Jake James Kubota. All some most of my best footage is all from there. So it's a very exciting time. Get very excited because I will have a report. So next week I will not be doing the live show. You know, I didn't do my live show last week because I was literally on that freaking hike. So what happened was, I don't know, on expedition there's all these contingencies and different things that transpire that you're working through based on weather and Sasquatch and all these different things, people around you or not, or areas that you're going to go into the backcountry or not. So it was actually Wednesday of last week where we went out a little bit late and had that incredible expedition. So I didn't get back till back to base camp probably till 10ish, 11ish. But what a fantastic day! Even the expeditioners, as we were out on the hike, so I was only going to do about 6 hours. We had other plans to do other things, but all of them were like, let's just make the whole day this incredible Sasquatch Creek expedition. I'm calling it Sasquatch Creek. So yeah, we just kept going and going and going. Eventually, we had a little ice bath in it. Got cleaned up, turned around. The weather held up pretty amazing, and yeah, that's it. And this is the exciting thing I wanted to do this year, and failed and failed, and then got success, and we're going to get more success. So we'll have incredible answers, and for citizen scientists, I don't know a harder thing to do than go backcountry into grizzly bear, black bear, mountain lion, wolf pack country, right? Like a total beautiful ecology and ecosystem top to bottom. We are going to go backcountry into this incredible ecology where I think it's the best Sasquatch habitat I could ever hope to take anybody to. So very, very excited for that. Hello, Bruce. Greetings. Cafe Snow Lake. Do Sasquatch hibernate? No, I not. There's levels of hibernation, and I would think Sasquatch are maybe partial hibernators. If not hibernating, then just chilling out in thermal caves is my theory. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, says Julie. Royal question. There are 24 different kinds of wolves. How many different types of Sasquatch do you think there are? Yeah, but they're all wolves, right? Like they're all species of wolves or subspecies of wolves. Um, Sasquatch would, by definition, get larger as you go north. Everything gets larger. The biggest bears are polar bears, and they're in the north. We could argue Kodiak bears, but they're also in the north in Alaska, right? Black bears, grizzly bears, wolves, everything gets smaller as you go south. So I would expect to see even look at deer in Texas compared to deer up here in Canada, they're twice the size. So what's a Texas Sasquatch going to look like? And I would say they're even Florida. What about the skunk ape? Going to be should be the smallest species of Sasquatch. Have you seen they have little mini deer in Florida? There's a special name for them. There's little tiny deer. They're the size of a dog, so or a medium-sized dog. So what's the Sasquatch going to look like out there? But beyond that, black bears get smaller and they get bigger as you go north, and they're still the same species. So I would expect much more consistencies in behavior and and phenotypical shape, size, color than than there would be differences. I would expect them to be exceptionally similar. So um, yeah, that's what I'd say about that. Are you in any other documentaries coming up? No, not nope, not unless I'm making them. What's the most amazing thing you've seen Sasquatch do physically? Oh gosh. Oh, I saw I saw a Sasquatch running once through really heavy foliage, and he's moving along in this foliage, and I know the area. There's a massive wall of trees from snow load. It's the big mess. So he's sprinting, and what's blowing my mind is I can't hear it. He's like moving super fast, super fluidly, but I can't hear footsteps. I'm just looking at this enormous Sasquatch. I mean, minimally 8 feet tall. I don't know how old he was exactly. Um, uh, but yeah, so I saw this Sasquatch running, and then when he came to that wall of trees, what he did was he went from this bipedal position to this tuck, like he looked like he touched his toes, and then this was really hard dirt, hard rock was the ground mostly. So he like touched his toes, and then came through this little patch and landed smoothly and just kept moving. So the silence was terrifying that he could move that quickly and silent, move that fluidly as a, and I think he was about 8 feet tall. I would say he's about 800 pounds. So I guess I would know that it would be like a 16 or 15-year-old Sasquatch. And then he could just tuck and fly through this little spot. And I went and looked at it after, and I saw the space that he went through. It wasn't small, but it was, it was like 5 feet off the ground. Just he saw this bigger space. Again, was it that big? Not really. Could I jump through it? Hell yeah. But just fluidly moving through the wilderness like that, jumping through a spot like that, showing that kind of agility, that kind of balance, that kind of flexibility, that kind of speed, all in absolute utter silence. It was like something out of a movie. It was kind of scary because I remember seeing a mountain lion do that once, where I saw a mountain lion running up off a kind of a cliff edge that was maybe 15 feet off the ground, and there were deer below eating that had their heads down. He ran through the wilderness. I couldn't hear him. I saw him like, oh my god, oh my god. The deer couldn't hear him either. Believe me, they had their ears up. And if a deer can't hear it, trust me, you're not going to hear it. And he jumped off that cliff. And as he jumped, I think he made a slight little bit of a sound because the deer that he landed on the back of the deer's head kind of started to tilt his head up, and the mountain lion bit him in the back, and he felt a little shock wave and met God. It was just terrifying to see that level of awesomeness in a Sasquatch, being bipedal and all that kind of stuff. The people who are waking up, like you said years ago, I don't know what Memon Pullen is talking about. USEED something my name, USM men is the name of this person. There are Sasquatch here in rural Maryland, Skakesville. I've had experience in rural Skakesville, as many of our friends in front of mountains in Pennsylvania. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'd love to hear about it. If you send me your information about it at discoveringbigfoot@gmail.com. Discovering Bigfoot is the name of my movie. It's the name of the TV series coming out in November. So Alone in the Wild says hi. I say hi back. Bruce Gorman. It would be interesting to put some ankle GPS trackers on a few of them. Oh my God. Yeah, just getting some trackers on them. That'd be unbelievable. The old theory was they could eat some apples that had trackers in them, but that's not it's not viable at this point in time. Why is it that a Sasquatch could be standing right in front of you and you would not be able to see it? How is their fur better than it's? I don't think I don't see that to be true. I don't think their fur is better than a ghillie suit. I think a ghillie suit is superior. If they're standing right in front of you, you can see them. I can pick them out. You get an eye. Like I'll be moving along on the e-bikes, or I'll be hiking along the trail. Go, hey, look at the owl, and people go, what owl? And it's a beautiful great horned owl, and he's perfectly camouflaged with the bark of the tree. But just what happens is when you get an eye for these things, after spending thousands of days in the backcountry wilderness like I have, scouting and looking and learning and paying attention, you just get a feel for when you should be looking. You get a feel for things around you. You can catch movement especially well. And am I saying that I would always see a Bigfoot who's in front of me? No, but some people have better eyes. There are levels to your vision, your visual acuity to animalia, plants, and tracking in the wilderness. Even the speed at which I move matters dramatically. If I'm moving quickly, I can't pay attention to the ground and what's in front of me and what's around me, as well as if I'm moving slower, which I prefer to do, and I try to do, is to move, at even when I get into certain areas, I try to move at like half speed. If people move, let's say 2.5 kilometers an hour, I'll move, 1.5. I slow it down a bit just to be, more in tune with the area, more visual. Even when you slow down, you can feel into things, you can feel the energy, and you can, just really be a part of everything around you. and be astute and give off the right energy and feel the right energies. And those things are your intuition and your telepathy is immensely important in the wilderness. So I think actually, I'm not going to be deceptive to you and be wishy-washy. I know that's what keeps me alive is my intuition, my feelings, the energy I put off. I walk around like a bad SOB. Like I'm a scary dude. Bears can't mess with me. I will destroy them. I will annihilate them. I will harm them. So when I walk around with that energy, as I'm very dangerous, be respectful to me. I don't want to. I'm not out there to pick a fight. Don't want to fight. I just want the bears to go on their way. I want the mountain lions to have a look at me and go, he's not prey. He's a top predator. Move on, because you will not succeed in attempting to harm me or any of my expeditioners. In fact, any predator that does that will cease to exist. I will not tolerate it. So that's an energy that I walk around with. That's a knowledge and a confidence I have because I have versed bears, I have versed mountain lions, and I'm still here, and they aren't. So you have to have that kind of attitude. It's not arrogant, it's life saving. If you walk around scared, if you walk around nervous, if you walk around like prey, they're going to treat you like prey. And I don't want to be out there for that. And I've seen many people who have that energy. And it's not trying to be disrespectful, but I met a guy. I told him if you ever got a spiritual animal, be a freaking deer. The deer love him. The birds land on him. That's not good for being a leader in a group. You're acting like prey. You're gonna attract predators. So all this stuff really really matters, guys. And I'm at a point now, having spent thousands of days in the backcountry, either guiding people or alone. I'm really the person to talk to about this. I don't think there's many human beings alive today that are left with the experience that I have in like the Pacific Northwestern kind of regions. I've also been to like the Adirondacks, spent time in Alabama. So the North American ecology is quite familiar to me in most cases. I love it in every case. I would love to go to New Mexico and see the beauty of that desert kind of cactusy area, even SoCal, Southern California. I hit that spot a couple times. A very different ecology, but very beautiful, and I really enjoy it. So, hello, Andy. Thanks for tuning in. Royal, everybody saying hi. Boom is what we call the Sasquatch. So, again, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I agree with you, Joseph. Oh, Cafe Snowflake. A small thank you. I know you got the best footage. Well, thanks, Cafe Snowflake. And oh gosh, yeah, there's that word again, best, that I don't really like. Um, yeah, I just don't. Uh, I don't know, but then I'll do it. I'll say I think the Patterson footage is the best footage of all time. So I'm a hypocrite sometimes. I just don't want to verse anybody else. I'm very respectful to people that have footage. Uh, there are ways that I am peerless. Nobody's got multiple pieces of footage of Sasquatch. No one's ever been able to do that. Like even twice, I don't think. I don't know anybody who did that. Illuminate me if I'm incorrect. Like Paul Freeman, you know, obviously Bob Gimlin and Roger Patterson have that one, and I don't really know anybody else who really has concrete, amazing footage. And then, of course, repeatably, there are just levels to everything, right? And yeah, and I'm taking people out. Hi, and a salute to Cabin in the Woods if you're watching. So, hello, Bruce. Cabin in the Woods did an excellent little piece of work on my research, and there's going to be a lot more with him. He's coming on an expedition, and we're in talks to do a lot more stuff. So, I'm very grateful for the work. His name is Robert, but you call him Cabin in the Woods. That's how you can find him. If you haven't seen that little documentary he did about me, you should definitely go watch it. He's been working with Jeff Meldrum and really tackling some awesome subjects, and I'm very grateful for the work that he's doing. Todd, what's the future? What's the furthest point in BC you've searched for Bigfoot? Well, I think in Kamloops, north of even Kamloops, up into Adams Lake area. I spent a lot of time there with James, it's where he lives. It's probably the furthest I've searched for Bigfoot and had major discoveries happen in James's area. James has Sasquatch right out in his backyard. Do you think as the forage changes, they get more nocturnal? As the forage, well, you mean forest? As the forest changes, they get more nocturnal, so they can get in under the cover of dark. I don't know. The Sasquatch do what they want when they want. I can't really put a a moniker on them. Like maybe one Sasquatch will like the dark and another one will like the daytime, but they just own it out there. What they are is they're entirely superior to me and anybody I've ever worked with, including all the people I've ever known. I've worked with Apaches, I've worked with survivors, I've worked with wilderness biologists. They're always significantly superior to us. And so that's what I'm dealing with the Sasquatch. Thaden, can you turn off the pot, please? I'm cooking food for the expedition and don't want it to burn. just rolling here like a million miles an hour, guys. I got 500 things to do. Bruce, they have strong intuition and being evasive away from humans. I agree with you, Bruce. Throw boulders, trees. Yep. Uh, not really at me. I don't find them like they're not dangerous for me.
Oh my God, that smells good.
Go ahead and eat it. Todd, you actually look healthy tonight. Thanks. Because that's not an insult. Jim's correct. Sometimes I look exhausted. Sometimes I'm all beaten up, scratched up, bruised, had my ass handed to me. So yes, Jim, you are correct. I'm actually feeling like I got good sleep last night, but not the night before. The night before. Um, yeah, I'm feeling good today, and I'm hoping to get into a good circadian rhythm with my sleep, with my supplementation, with the foods that I'm taking. Oh, I'm not coughing much. Oh man. So yeah, I was feeling much better on the expedition, and then I got a big inhalation of cigarette smoke that I shouldn't have done. I was trying some tobacco, just tobacco. I shouldn't have done it because man, I was feeling great. I wasn't coughing hardly at all. My throat was feeling like $1,000,000. So I tried this tobacco, just one shot of tobacco, and it nuked my whole throat and my lungs. Oh my god! I stood there for 20 minutes, thought I was gonna not be able to breathe. So I took 3 steps back with my cough, but I'm clearly getting over it and clearly doing much better. However, it's now the season that my children go back to school. I have a 7-year-old and a 16-year-old, and they're going to get sick, and then I get sick. So I'll be going through that kind of garbage. So, or not. Who knows? Just a couple more questions, guys. Nice to see everybody on here. K deer is the smallest white. Key deer. Yeah, that's right. Is the smallest white-tailed deer. That's right. In the Florida Keys. And the Keys are way south in Florida. Thank you for that clarification. Hello, y'all footers. Hello, Jason. JRE Funnies. Key deer are only found in the Florida Keys. There you go. So, a couple more questions. A lady that's YSMN. I've seen your documentary, really enjoyed it, and all you did to get the footage. Thank you. You're welcome. It's that documentary is for all of us, so I'd love to be able to share it. Jay Hurst says, "Hi Todd. When is the next Discovering Bigfoot coming out? It's coming out in November. God bless you, Todd. This is Johnny D, and all the amazing work you've done to prove these creatures exist. You're very welcome." Oh my goodness, look at all the questions here. So, yeah, just Zach Soap, my favorite episode, Surviving Bigfoot, was when you took him to Radium Springs. Thank you so much. Thank you for your work. You're so welcome, Zach Soap. So that's going to be the show for today, ladies and gentlemen. And there probably no chance of having one next week. Like there's a snowball's chance of it. I hate to preempt things, just not likely because I'll be in the backcountry wilderness. But the week after that, you're going to want to tune in. I'd love to start putting up some videos, but I am so far behind with 10,000 things I have to do every day that it's actually frustrating keeping up. So yeah, being a single father, being a single parent, and then a full-time Sasquatch researcher at the height of my season, like I'm walking around with pressure. I feel pressure, and I operate good under pressure because I only have about one, two, I only have 3 expeditions left over the next 6 weeks, and I would like to produce some significant evidence. So I feel a lot of pressure. The people around me are not trying to put pressure on me. I put pressure on myself. I want to win big. I want something big to happen. I'm always pushing, like talking about John Benedigo and high risk, high reward. I'm always pushing the envelope. I'm always doing things that are way out of my comfort zone. And I'm going to push hard this next week. So if you want to stay tuned for that, there's the Discovering Bigfoot app that Logan will actually be out there. So all of next week, you'll probably get tons of cool stuff going on. There'll be 2 expedition crews walking around. James Penner will have a crew. Todd Standing will have a crew. We'll be separate most of the time. And yeah, lots and lots and lots to come. I feel lots and tons of pressure. Once it's over, once the snow flies, there's nothing more I can do. My season is over. This has been the most incredible year I've ever had. I just really want to walk away. I guess it's just footage. Like I don't know, don't know what else I'm focused on. So I'm keep that camera on my chest and hold fast for that incredible new piece of footage somehow somewhere out there. I'm asking for permission to receive it from God, from Sasquatch, from the universe, whatever you want to call it. So I would ask you all in this time, put pressure on me. Put that, go get it done, Todd. Like, go do something. Take it to the next level. Like, let's, you know, if anything happens, I can promise you, if a Sasquatch walks out, the rule is I keep moving forward until I physically cannot anymore. Done it in the past many times. If you watch my movie, when I'm filming video 6, I'm moving forward till that log hits me. I'd have walked right up that Sasquatch and put my hand on him. I've done it many, many times. I'm experienced enough that I can sit here and tell you, if anything happens, I'm going to be 100% present, 100% follow every rule that I've learned, which are hundreds of rules that the Sasquatch have taught me, that nature has taught me, that the wilderness has taught me, that primatologists, anthropologists, that my mentors and all my colleagues and friends have taught me. With all that knowledge and that information from Survivor Man to John Benedigal to the Apache that I've worked with, to the people in Nia Bay, to the just goes on, right? Just over and over. PhD, Dr. Jeff Meldrum, all these lessons I've learned over all these what's over almost 2 decades now. I've been busting my ass fighting for this discovery process. Anything that falls into place, any way that I can get success, you can believe I'm going to go after it like a pit bull. Like, I'll walk right through the fear. I will push the envelope. I will take incredible risk. I will just, what I'm really waiting for in truth is just the circumstance, some circumstance to pop up, or boom, there it is, boom, it's happening. I have to remember to take an apple with me everywhere I go because my goal is to hand a Sasquatch an apple. I can't film that. Maybe an expeditioner can film that. That's kind of primarily my goal, is to just sit down with a Sasquatch, give him an apple, let him eat it, and make a friend, and go to another level of the discovery process that is so much immensely a part of my life. I'm so passionate about it. I love what I do. Being a Sasquatch researcher is just an absolute gift. I thank you all so much for the support you give me. In return, I would like you to drink good, clean water, eat organic food, take good care of yourself, get some freaking exercise for God's sake, because you're all very important. And together, we're more powerful if you're healthy and you keep your physical, meditate, work on your spiritual, and just be a good part of your community and take care of your family, your friends, and just be a good person. So I can sit there and tell you that because this is what I do. This is my whole life, is being a good person, giving back to humanity. I do Sasquatch research to give back to humanity, to give back to my family, to move forward in this immensely important discovery process, because there is indeed the most man-like primate in the world is out there in the wilderness, thriving right now. Groups of them all over North America for sure, into Australia, into China, into Russia, into all these different places. These hominids are real, they exist, and my whole life is devoted to this immensely important discovery because we will learn so much as a species. We will change so much as a species from this very, very important discovery. So I'm absolutely devoted to it. And you can be assured, with your support, which I'm very grateful for, I will press forward and do everything I can to get the most incredible success in 2025. I feel it. I predicted it. This is going to be a great year. It has been. Just need that one next little thing. In the next 6 weeks, we're going to find out. So until then, y'all take care. Thanks for tuning in. If I can figure out how to get out of here, bye for now.